What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, read another article. Same article, same, you know, company, Marker Boxing. Well, Malik Scott, he's now saying that Deontay Wilder is going to put on a surgical performance against Zhang. He says he knows that people are writing Deontay off, and they're thinking like he's done. He's not the same fighter, but he still believes in Deontay, and yeah, they're gonna put a surgical performance on. And he said, don't get me wrong. I still believe in Wilder, and Wilder pretty much, he's gonna surprise people and whatever. Okay, so this is a relationship. This is a boxing relationship where you call this the blind leading the blind. That's definitely what I call it. Okay, now I'm gonna break this down. All right, let's go to work. For one, Malik Scott, you are the one that decided to do an interview and let the world know that he's taking a drug called ayahuasca for spiritual enlightenment. You did that. We knew nothing about him taking this ayahuasca drug. We know that, you guys cried foul about him being in the cryo chamber for too long. Stupid nonsense like that. You said that. So as far as I'm concerned, you're doing nothing but trying to clean up your own words. Wilder probably got in his ass, hey man, you better clean this shit up. You out here talking all this shit about me taking ayahuasca, and that's the reason I lost. Now you got motherfuckers doubting me, calling me a drug addict now. What? Yeah, probably. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that saw that article or got wind of it. So, yeah, no different from Frank Warren, who came out and admitted. I mean, that was Tyson's, his thinking of, he wants the contract signed right away. There's no way, there's absolutely no way that was going to happen. It was too soon. It's a lot of things that have to happen. Then he turns around the following week and starts saying, well, AJ and her are just taking forever to sign the contract, and right? Yeah. Now let me go clean up my own words. That's all Malik Scott is doing as far as I'm concerned. And it's not the same interview. So no, this is just another interview. So yeah, he basically is trying to clean up his own mess. Now, for Deontay, here's the thing that's so sad about him. Deontay Wilder fights himself in terms of what he should be doing. Because he is so arrogant, he's lazy as far as I'm concerned, in the sense of, you think that but he's always in the gym training and he's always doing this and that, and no. Deontay Wilder has developed habits. Let's not forget a couple months ago, last year, remember when he got pulled over by the police and had like ounces of weed, yeah. So you're a fighter, but you're a smoker on top of that. Okay? No matter what you say about Floyd Mayweather, when you hear Floyd Mayweather's name, one of the things you always hear from everybody is hard work, dedication. That dude trained like he's broke. Yo, that guy, I mean, he just like, he's in the gym like, man, he's the hungriest guy in the gym, but the richest. That speaks volumes. Care if you like or hate a guy, I don't care nothing about that. But that speaks volumes for that guy. Well, with Wilder, let's see. We've heard Mark Breland say, I try to tell him, man, like, he don't want to go jog. He don't want to run. He don't want to hit it. Have you ever seen Wilder even hit a speed bag? Now, I can tell you there's certain things that you may do differently. Like, I'll replace this, workout exercise with this workout exercise, or something is getting the same effect, but just in a different way or whatever. Okay, we can go with certain things, not being so traditional. But you can tell he doesn't even know how, like, he just learned how to skip rope. He skips rope just like a guy that's counting in his head. Like, it's like when you first learn how to hit speed, like, you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And you start, right? Okay. You stop counting after a while. It's just second nature. You hear it, and it's just there. Muscle memory is hand and eye coordination, but also you're hearing it, and it's there. That's why you can hit it and not even look at it. Okay, you can do it sideways, everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever see him back and forth. You don't see him do any of these things. All you ever see him doing is hitting the mitts and hitting those little foam sticks, and he's jumping rope, slow motion. You understand what I mean? So that dedication isn't there. Here's a man always talking about, I'm still sexy, I'm still young. He always throw that I'm still sexy shit in there. His mindset, okay, he's not the animal that people try to portray him to be. He's not this vicious beast that people try to portray him to be. He's a guy that has a good right hand, that doesn't know how to box, that doesn't feel the need to learn how to box. Malik Scott understands that about him. So once again, the blind leading the blind, because outside of Deontay Wilder, who the hell wants Malik Scott as a trainer? Like, who really, I need Malik Scott in my corner. So he goes in there and he does as he's told. Malik Scott doesn't run the camp, Wilder does. So even when he says, as long as he's doing what I want, yeah, whatever, man. No. I feel like in that, as long as he's doing like whatever they agree to do, just do it to the best of your ability. You heard Mark Breland say, he doesn't listen. I tell him to throw the jab, use the jab, work off the jab. I tell him, run, jump rope, do the. He doesn't do these things. Wilder, out his own mouth, said, when you knocking guys out easy like that, ain't no need, for all that other stuff and all. No, but there is, Wilder. Because you're doing this against C and D level fighters. That's why. Now when you step up in competition and see now the fear factor of Wilder is gone. You heard people, nobody wants to fight Wilder. Wilder's terrifying. And I'm like, man, please, man. I was raised, I don't fear no fucking man. Ain't no motherfucking, he's terrifying to who? People that can't fight. To little bitch-made pansies that jump in comment sections trying to defend him when someone doesn't have fear of him. That's who the fuck is afraid of him. Who the fuck is afraid of him? I mean, let's just be real. When you listen to him talk and you listen to Malik Scott talk, those motherfuckers are as different as night and day. But Malik Scott doesn't want to say something and then make Wilder look stupid because you're making one claim and Wilder's saying something completely different from you. So what Malik Scott would try to do is, if that man feel that way, we can't knock how he feel and, he has the right to his opinion. But yet, you guys are so critical of others when you want to be. Example. When I made the video and said, the blind leading the blind, in the sense of not only is Wilder running his mouth about Anthony Joshua, he's fighting Joseph Parker. He's not professional enough, not mature enough, don't have the common sense, man, I should be focusing on Parker, not AJ. But then, all of a sudden, here goes Malik Scott. Malik Scott sends a heartfelt message, a deadly warning to Anthony Joshua, right? So not even he has the common sense to say, hey, listen, you might want to talk less about AJ, man. We got Joseph Parker in front of us. That's where your focus needs to be. They asking you questions in the media, whatever, man. Look, we not here to go into your Floyd Mayweather shit. We not here to talk about Anthony Joshua. We got Joseph Parker in front of us. That's the fight that's happening. That's what we want to talk about. That's what's next. That's who I'm going in the ring with. No, you, like a dumbass, doing the same exact thing that your fighter's doing. And now, he goes in and gets his ass whooped. Well, let's also make this clear. When it came to the Joseph Parker fight, they said they put that whole card together in 2 weeks. Why was Wilder so fast to sign that contract to fight Joseph Parker? The sacrificial lamb that decided to fight back, right? Had more fight in him than people thought. Not to mention, Wilder, what people fail to realize, even for Joseph Parker to slip and not be the same Joseph Parker, it's still a huge step up in competition for Deontay Wilder. So for this man to sign that contract as soon as he gets it, but not sign a rematch, not quick to sign the fight against Zhang, which also brings me to this very point right now. Well, Malik Scott, all this word salad you're tossing around, he's going to put a surgical performance on. I still believe in him. People are underestimating him based on his last performance. Isn't that what we all do? Or you say he just had a bad night at the office. Well, you had a whole lot to say about Anthony Joshua, and I remember you being asked about Anthony Joshua. Do you know why are you guys that confident that you'll beat him? Wilder's the hardest hitting heavyweight. He's still the best heavyweight out there, which is another thing he said in his article. Wilder was never the best heavyweight out there. And even if you thought that, what is the last thing he's done to make anybody think that he's the best heavyweight out there regardless? Yeah, because basically, these slave-minded motherfuckers have adopted that whole mentality of, well, the only person out there that can beat him is Fury. Well, Joseph Parker proved that to be wrong. And I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that would prove him to be wrong if he had the heart to actually fight them. This man didn't wait to get this age to decide, now I'm going to start fighting everybody who I avoided in the past. No. If it wasn't for the Saudis, I think Wilder still wouldn't have been in the ring fighting anyone. He still would be sitting here and people going, what happened to Deontay Wilder? Look, Deontay Wilder, we all know, common sense, he's not going to get better as a fighter. Malik Scott's not going to get better as a trainer. The same way you say you have confidence in Wilder, let's say you had the same confidence in yourself that you'd beat Wilder. Did you go into that fight like a little bitch thinking that you was going to lose, or did you go into that fight thinking, nah, I'm coming here to put on a surgical performance against this man? Because you went in there and basically got dropped and then laid down from a punch that never landed. Now, for this man to take you and make you his trainer, not only does most of us feel like this is a stupid idea, but for you to be a boxer, okay, you're training a guy that's not a boxer at all. It was your fucking idea that had this man running. That wasn't fighting on the back foot. He was running. None of his strengths would be able to come into play fighting that style. And that's the strategy you came up with. That's the strategy in the process that you convinced Wilder to believe in. And because he doesn't know any better, he follows that bullshit. Wilder needs to fight a big name opponent. He needs to win and earn his spot. The only reason that Wilder would take a lesser fight at this stage in his career, okay, the only thing that would be different, because he took lesser fights his entire career. His entire career. This man was champion fighting guys ranked 100, 200, 300, 400. Yes, facts. His 5 fucking year rank, he was fighting guys that wasn't even ranked. The only reason that people want to see him fight at Ngannou, and they only want to, they try to say just like maybe want a tune-up. Why? Because they're trying to make sure they give him the easiest possible fight that he can have, that he can win. So Malik Scott doing all this talking about he's going to put on a surgical performance and he loved the fight. Oh, he also said things like, what he loved about the fight is because Zhang's dangerous, and that's going to make Wilder even more dangerous, and it's going to make Wilder think more. Okay, wait. So let's get something straight. Joseph Parker went in there, okay, and he put on a surgical performance against Wilder. Let's say it like that. A repetitive surgical performance, because he kept landing the same shit over and over all night long. Wilder, the only clean shots he was able to even get off was those hammer fists to the back of his fucking head. That's how desperate he got. Huh? Zhang and Parker fight was competitive. The same way you're trying to defend Wilder after you done opened your mouth yourself and gave this bullshit, bogus reason as to why you think he lost. You guys see that Zhang has a gas tank issue. You see that. Do you guys realize something though? You're talking about him putting on a surgical performance. Wilder's never put in a surgical performance at no point in his career. Wilder is either going to be dominant because you fear his right hand and you let him impose his will, or two, because he doesn't have any ring savvy, okay? Or two, Wilder's going to be patient and lay back and wait to catch you slipping. To be surgical, you have to put punches together. Do you understand? You have to be cerebral. You have to throw your shots to get off and then not be there to get, for the receipt. When the fuck has Wilder ever fought like that? Wilder, best chance. Now, let's say he can hit Zhang with a shot and get him out of there. Let's just say. But if that doesn't happen, that one shot just lands and gets him out of there, he needs to be patient. He needs to lay back. He needs to keep that jab moving. Not just give rounds away. He needs to be jabbing, moving, throwing his shots, keeping it long. He has no footwork though, see? He doesn't have ring IQ. So we can sit here and say what Wilder has to do. But Wilder is going to do what Wilder does. The thing is, if Zhang and his team will actually understand, listen, we know Wilder can't fight going backwards. Zhang is 280-something pounds, 200. I don't think he need to come in on 290, 200. I think Zhang, bottom line is he's a big dude. And it's not going to be the same. See, a lot of time you hear taller fighters say it's harder fighting shorter guys because the motherfuckers can get up under your shit. Not just because they're short, but because they're short and skilled, and you're not punching here. You're punching here. Okay? You're punching downward. And when you lean in and they counter. Look at Tank, Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, Parker versus Wilder. Okay? You heard AJ say that shit. And you heard him say it's easier to fight the taller guys because they're right there for you. It's with the shorter guys, it's, now anybody that has some type of skill can cause a problem. It's not a bad night. It's just you were in a good fight. Plain and simple. Deontay, going into this fight, if first off, the only way that he can actually fight Zhang and win, okay, you have to sign a fucking contract first of all. So all this talking is not impressing shit. But all this talking, but there's nothing signed. Zheli Zhang just basically did an interview. And Zhang said in this interview nothing about Deontay Wilder. In fact, what Zhang said was The only fight he spoke about, particularly that it's definitely happening, he said his fight with Joseph Parker will happen before the end of the year, by the end of the year. If a fight with him and Wilder was actually happening, and this article was put up the 6th, okay? So, why would you skip over? Oh, I'm going to skip past the fight I'm about to have with Wilder to speak about potential, or no, I'm going to skip past my fight with Wilder and not talk about that, which is supposed to be the next fight that I'm having. But I'm going to talk about rematching Joseph Parker months and months from now, okay? Possibly another 9 months from now or something or whatever. 8 months, whatever. Just say, why would you not talk about your upcoming fight? So it's obvious that Wilder has shown no interest in fighting Zhang. See, and this article, for anybody that see it, anybody that see an interview, that's what your mind will reflect on. A week later, 2 weeks later, we can hear Deontay Wilder. It's official. Deontay Wilder versus Charles Martin. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz 3. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all of this talk means nothing. The blind leading the blind. This is what I call also a mentally crippled type of bondage. Because what happens is when you have a fighter that clearly cannot fight on autopilot. Wilder doesn't have that. He can't go autopilot. Wilder just does what he does. Malik Scott gets in there, and do this and do this. Yeah, and then, right. But Wilder's going to go out there and do what he does. So my thing is, whatever your little bullshit game plan is, when it's not working, okay, whenever what Wilder wants to do doesn't work, he doesn't have the ability to do what's necessary. Example, he fought Joseph Parker that whole fight by running. Nothing inside of him said, nah, I'm not going to win this way. He's not falling for anything. I'm the one falling for the feints. My timing is not there because he's getting under my shit and I'm not used to this. He's coming in with that same pressure, but he's coming underneath me. I can't time him. And all I'm throwing is jab in the right hand. Where's the hooks? Where's the uppercuts? Where's the body work? Where's none of that? He can't go on an autopilot. This is what I'm saying. He doesn't know how to, let me do what I have to do. I see. No, he can't figure out what it is he needs to do. He's used to doing what he always does. Okay? Let me explain something about me. If I'm training a fighter and you don't trust my judgment, and I'm sitting down, we're doing film study, you're going to either be like, yo, Aries a mean motherfucker, man, or you're going to understand Aries just care about my best interests, and he's pushing me to be the best I can. One or the other. So either you're going to man up, or you're going to fucking bow down like a little bitch and blame me for being too rough on your ass. I don't give a fuck. Do you want to win, or do you just want to go in there and make a paycheck? Which is it? Which is it? Because if you watch this man fight, Wilder fights everybody the same exact way every time. Why did he fight so different against Joseph Parker? You're not a fucking boxer. Malik Scott is. A half-ass boxer on top of that. A no-heart having boxer. But he had you doing some bullshit in there. And you didn't have the common sense to know this shit's not working. So you're just going to trust the process, but you can't land shit. And you know how in most fights, so many fights, when a guy is losing every round like that, he tries to turn up at least in the 11th and 12th round. Did you see anything different? Did you see any urgency? And then this motherfucker had the nerve to raise his hands at the end of the fight like he thought he won. And when they're about to announce the winner, like, are you fucking kidding me? Then Wilder did everything in his power to try to taint and take away from Joseph Parker's win and say he did nothing. Neither one of us did nothing. He said, in fact, it's not anything that Joseph Parker did. It's what I didn't do. There's fights that I've seen that I agree that, yeah, it's not so much the opponent, it's what the fighter just wasn't doing. But at the same time, there's a difference. There's a difference when your opponent won't let you do these things. Okay? But then you got fights where you see that it's just a guy's not doing what he's supposed to, regardless to why he's doing it. Now, if you come back in the rematch and then you win the rematch, right? Then it's like, okay, we're 1-1. He got me the first time, but I got him this time. But it shows you learned from that fight what you were doing wrong. Or you learned there's a different way that you can fight this guy and beat him, right? Whether the fans like it or not, the point is you won. I've heard people say this about Muhammad Ali. They said that before he fought Sonny Liston, they didn't, really believe that he was as good as he say he was, even though their eyes watched him fight and do things that he did. Impressive hand speed, hand movement. I mean, the dude's hands would be completely down and they're throwing shots. I mean, and he just literally leaning back. Side this move and then fucking, you know what I mean? Out of nowhere, just light them up with a combination. Boom, 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 boom. And I mean, right? You've seen all of this shit happen. So, Sonny Liston was supposed to kill Ali, right? Well, here's the thing. When Muhammad Ali fought Sonny, when he fought, you seen him fight several guys. Where there's times where he stand, plant his feet, and light your ass up. But it's like, okay, I took my shots now. Okay, let me get back on my bicycle. This is his style of fighting. This isn't, I'm scared to get hit. I'm running. I don't want to fight. No, this is his way of fighting. They said when Ali got older, right? He learned that he could fight flat-footed. No, he always knew he could fight flat-footed. It's just he had the ability to not have to stand there and fight a whole fight flat-footed. You know in training when you're not the same. My legs won't take me around the ring the way they used to. My reflexes isn't the same. My hand speed isn't the same. You don't go through training camp and fail to do the same things you always could do and think all of a sudden fight night everything's just going to click and you're back on point. No. Like, if you bring up AJ's issue wasn't physical. It was mentally, his confidence wasn't the same. You understand what I mean? And he never fought like he was scared. He fought like he was just so overly cautious, trying to fight a style that didn't suit him. Once it did click, it's like, okay, through all my ups and downs, we mix everything together. This is all experience. This is what happens, and now I know what I need to do. Okay. Muhammad Ali wasn't scared to fight. He wasn't scared to get hit. Ali could take a punch. He knew he could take a punch. He knew even if I go down, I'm going to get back up. So they said until he fought Sonny Liston, they didn't really know how to rate him. Okay. Well, you can take any fighter. Many fighters go through that where, well, we haven't seen him step up. But when you saw him step up, he stepped up big time. To the point, they even cheated in Liston's corner and put liniment on his probably his hair, on his gloves, Angelo Dundee said he took his pinky and put it on it, on Ali's hair and his face. He said when he did it like this, it burned his eyes like crazy, right? But bottom line is, Ali knew he could fight flat-footed if he needed to. You seen him do it. Against Ernie Terrell, who pissed him off. He did it against Ernie Terrell. He moved, but his times he got flat-footed, plant his feet and throw his shots. Ali was never no hit and run, I'm scared. No, it was never that. He moved. And that's why they call him the dance master, because it was a part of his style. But it had nothing to do with I'm scared of combat. I'm scared to engage. Okay, so what I'm saying, Ali could figure out what he needs to do in a fight. You talk about a man that fought with a broke jaw from the 3rd round to the 15th and didn't quit. You're talking about a man that was completely washed and done against Larry Holmes at 38 years old and didn't quit and was getting beat the fuck up and already was developing brain damage. Failed his fucking tests and they just for the sake of making the fight happen, and Ali should have never been in there with Holmes. How in the fuck are you going to compare a fucking guy who's a one-trick pony, who does not even have wins over any fucking top level, not one top level guy, but you have a fucking trainer telling you what you want to hear, letting you do what you want to do. Yes, this is the blind leading the blind, because Wilder can't figure out anything on his own. This is mentally crippling because you're trying to believe in something. Remember when Deontay Wilder said, it's time to go back to the basics? That was the same interview when he made that comment about when you're knocking guys out easy like this, there's no need for all this extra hard training. And he even admitted that he skipped doing things that he should do because he just don't feel the need to. So Mark Breland was wrong for trying to make you the best fighter that you could possibly be. Malik Scott is the perfect fit because he sit back and take all your shit. You understand? Where is anything supposed to happen different for Wilder other than throw a Hail Mary and hope it lands? Because Wilder doesn't have any boxing technique. So now, once again, he's not a boxer. Do you guys really think, is anyone out there stupid enough to think Wilder's going to outbox Zhang? And for Malik Scott, who thought Wilder was going to dance and outbox Parker? What was all the extra movement for against Joseph Parker? Joseph Parker wasn't supposed to win that fight. The fact of the matter is, right now, Joseph Parker is a much better place than Wilder is. Anthony Joshua, much better place. Everybody. So who is Wilder going to fight against? And all of a sudden, pow, magic, this dude is boxing. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. One thing Wilder has never learned to do is put punches together. That's why we called him Windmill Wilder, because that's what he does. And it sounds to me like Malik Scott is setting Deontay Wilder up for failure. Because I can tell you, if he don't knock Zhang out, if he actually has the balls to fight him, but if he doesn't knock Zhang out, he's going to get knocked out. Because if that fight goes 12 rounds, that means it was just a boring fight. Why? That would mean neither guy was really, putting any hurt on the other. Because there's no way two big punches are supposed to go 12 rounds when one all he knows is trying to go for a knockout. The other one is 283 fucking pounds. There's no fucking way. And can punch and can box, but just has a stamina issue. And again, listen, we have not seen Wilder in a dogfight where he's won. Right? Him and Fury wasn't really a dogfight. When you look at the fight, look at how many punches Wilder threw and look at how many he landed. The first fight they had, it was like the punch output was so low. Second fight, we know what happened and we saw him get stopped. Third fight, we know what happened and we saw him get knocked out. Cold, one punch. By a guy that he calls pillow-fisted. Once again, what is Malik Scott going to provide him with? What information? What training techniques? And all of a sudden, Wilder's a different fighter. No, it's going to be the same with Wilder. When I told you guys before, you call that footwork because he's standing there hopping up and down, punching these little foam sticks, and, oh, look at the footwork champ doing. Okay, when he fought Parker, isn't that all you saw him do? Hop up and down and run and for what? Came in at 213. Now, do you think he came in at 213 to come forward and use pressure and power when Parker is coming in at least 240? Do you think that that's what was happening? No. He wanted to be faster, quicker, and lighter on his feet, but he has no footwork and no technique. So once again, the blind leading the blind. What was his game plan other than hoping Parker runs into something? Now, what's he going to do? Stand there and outbox Zheli Zhang? And then here's another thing. What's the perfect weight for Wilder that he's going to come in there and fight Zhang and win? Because they can't even get a correct weight together. You and your trainer both say 213 is your perfect unbeatable weight. He's unbeatable at this weight. Then you end up saying you were too small. Wilder had this issue before. I don't remember who he fought, but he came in like underweight, and they were saying like Wilder looked really skinny, and he was saying he don't know what happened. They trained the same way, but for some reason, I don't know. His weight wasn't right. So it wasn't the first time when he came in there at 213. And when he came in there at 238 to fight against Fury, wasn't it Aries that said he needed to put that weight on his legs, not his upper body? It's not going to make him faster. It's not going to make him hit harder. If anything, it's going to slow him down. And not only that, I know why he's doing it. Because he knows Fury's going to put his weight on him and try to wrestle him around and muscle him back. But Wilder, he got polio on his fucking legs. And he's going to need the legs to be able to, spin off, move around. There's no need to sit and wrestle with the guy. You understand what I'm saying? So when you hear me say he's too light in the ass, this is exactly my point. He has nothing. I look at Wilder. I look at what he's been doing his whole career. I knew who Wilder was before when he was fighting in little small ballrooms. Okay? Deontay Wilder has never evolved. The thing is, when you saw the holes in his game, when you saw the flaws, through time, right, you expect those flaws to get corrected. And no, that's the thing. He never evolved. Everybody has him figured out by now. So basically, all this talk about fear, no, he's the one turning fights down. So Malik Scott, as far as I'm concerned, is doing nothing but cleaning up his own mess. I made a video before telling you guys that Wilder's about to fade away. So the mindset that people have is Wilder should be put in a place where he's given every opportunity to not lose, where he knows, and that's all that would be, to give him a lesser opponent, and then let's try to immediately throw him in there against a guy that he doesn't deserve to be in there with. This is all this is. So if he's to actually fight Zhang, it wouldn't be that. But if him and Malik Scott think that they could exploit things that they see, cool. Make the fucking fight happen. Make it happen. So after all of this talk, if he doesn't fight Zhang, and you Wildettes, you minions, sit there like you will do and support him, it just goes to show you are all just as miserable as he is. Because there's no excuse that he can give you, or Malik Scott can give you, or anybody, that he's ducking Zhang. He already ducked him. It's facts. Zhang signed the contract. Told Wilder, don't overthink it, just sign it, let's make the fight happen. He already ducked a rematch with Parker. But y'all quick to call other people duckers, they're ducking this guy, but no, it's not Wilder's case. So if he doesn't fight Zhang now, and he ends up fighting someone else, even after all this bullshit Malik Scott's talking, you tell me, it wouldn't be more respectful if Wilder would just come out his face and say, look, I'm just taking a stay busy fight. Working on some things, and I want to get back to where I was. I would respect that a hell of a lot more. Because you're being honest. Then you to go in there and fight a C-level dude, knock him out, and then talk shit like, I told you, I ain't went nowhere. It's still there, the hunger's back there, all this. No. We seen you knock out C-level guys, D-level guys, E, F. You done had the whole alphabet, except for A and B. You done went completely backwards your whole career. So now, at 38 years old, what you cannot overlook, Wilder is looking for an exit strategy, but he wants to camouflage it the best way he can and find himself in a position And him and Malik Scott are crossing their fingers, hoping that there's still interest where somehow, some way, him and AJ gets in there so he can have this big, huge money fight. But see, here's the thing, okay? And this is where that fight still may not happen, okay? Unless the Saudis do this. Because that's the only place that fight's going to happen is in Saudi Arabia. Why? 50 million apiece. 50-50 fight. Do you think Wilder deserves that now? No. So who is Wilder going to beat to put himself in a position to fight Anthony Joshua? And he's going to get 50 million. If you're going to give him 50 million, then you got to give AJ like 80, 90, or 100 million. You got annihilated by a guy that Anthony Joshua outboxed pretty comfortably and took his belt. And you see, if you go back to Wilder's prime, his prime was still heavily flawed. Just the right hand was there. And you had people just watch out for the right hand. And you ask anybody about Wilder, what do you have to look for in Wilder? What do they say every single time? Just watch the right hand. Watch the right hand. They don't talk about his combination punching, his blinded hand speed, his footwork, you know, his desire to brawl and exchange if he has. Nope, nothing. Everything is just the right hand, the right hand, the right hand, the right hand, the right hand. And the only thing with the right hand is at times he throws it a little bit, you know, kind of quick here and there, but there's times where he's sloppy with it. You can telegraph it. And this is exactly my thing. If you look at his knockouts, and I say, okay, against who though? Do you know that there are several undefeated fighters? Yeah, there's several. They don't get talked about. Why? Because the people that they beat wasn't considered world class. So they don't speak about it. So when you hear undefeated, the first thing people think about is Marciano, Mayweather, Andre Ward, Joe Calzaghe. There's others. Now, my thing is, for you to not acknowledge those guys for having an undefeated career, because there's people who feel like, well, you have to be validated by us to say that you're one of the greats. But you have a guy who held the belt by beating a fucking C-level fighter that was put in a position, fought Chris Arreola twice, and Bermane Stiverne. Bermane Stiverne, and this is why it's funny when people speak about him and say like, oh, he was a great... Bermane Stiverne wasn't great at nothing. Nobody even talks about Bermane Stiverne. I remember one of the most embarrassing moments Bermane Stiverne had. He was in a gym. Shannon Briggs was there with him. Jarrell Miller comes in, and he immediately verbally starts attacking Bermane Stiverne, calling him a bum. You lost your fucking title in your first defense. You're a bum and blah, blah, blah. So Shannon Briggs and another guy was trying to hold him back. Like, man, look, if Bermane Stiverne wanted to get loose, he could have. It was just stand up and they back and forth. Now, I'm not faulting Bermane Stiverne in terms of the fact that Jarrell Miller, once again, being ignorant, coming in trying to act tough on camera. But bottom line, what I'm saying, that's what he did. Remember when he won the title? Because he was the first Haitian boxer to become a world champion. And I know I have the power. I know that I have the power. Right? All that crying and shit. Fought Deontay Wilder his very next fight and got knocked out. And in the rematch, he came in looking like the fucking Michelin man. Pot belly, flabby, fat, and got knocked out. We saw what happened. Now, at that very moment, when Deontay Wilder hit him and folded him, remember Wilder stood there with his hand down, staring at him, and they threw a quick 1-2. They threw another, and Bermane Stiverne went back. Okay, remember that shit? Do you know how high Wilder's stock went? Not so much financially, but the fact of people going, yo, did you see what he did to Bermane Stiverne? Do you know the funny thing is, when it comes to Wilder opponents, Wilder fanboys never say, but look at who he fought. when AJ beat Charles Martin, who the fuck is Charles Martin? Yeah. Charles Martin is in the same seat as a Bermane Stiverne. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing about that was AJ drops him again, and Charles ain't want no more. He purposely waited. And popped up late purposely. You can't tell me you're coherent. You know how to fucking count, right? So you know you get up on 8. He tried to wait to the very last second, waited for the ref to get to 10, then hops up and... No, he knew what he was doing. He quit. Like we seen Tank make Ryan Garcia quit. See, the reality is, let me say it this way. They put enough fear in your heart that you quit because you make yourself quit. You decide if you quit or not. Let me say it that way. That's the correct way. They put enough fear in you that you decided to quit. So we see this. Bermane Stiverne didn't quit, but he really did. I mean, he came there. Deontay Wilder got his hands to the side. He still did. Looking stupid, waiting to see what Wilder's going to do. Wilder caught him slipping. Had his hands in the perfect position from the land. He did. He got him the fuck out of there. Did a little half step, then came, right? Oh, right. Now, my point. Let me see you have that kind of performance against a top level fighter. And that's what we've never seen from Wilder. So Malik Scott talking all this shit. He's taking ayahuasca drug, and the fact that he even came and said that dumb shit is like, wow. But once again, Wilder got stopped. Remember, had the gun on him. That's why he got locked up and all that. Had weed on him and all. Okay. These fighters are not dedicated. He spends way too much time out the ring. So you guys can fucking take that ayahuasca drug with him and believe the shit that's coming out of Malik Scott's mouth. But Deontay Wilder, who loves to talk shit, who always wants to sit back like he's some ring general and always want to analyze how he'll knock a guy out in 2 or 3 rounds and this guy's style is easy and this and that, right? Let's put him and Malik Scott to their own test. They both agree you're only as good as your last fight. Well, if you're only as good as your last fight, who would you rather be right now, AJ or Wilder? And when Malik Scott tried to defend AJ, it was because the possibility of AJ and Wilder fighting, right? I don't want to say Wilder's fighting a guy that's shot and no longer good. You saw and heard Malik Scott when they asked him about why is he so confident that Wilder can beat AJ. Well, you see, him against Usyk, and you know, Usyk doesn't have Wilder's kind of power. Wilder's a whole different type of animal. So, if you can't get to a guy like Usyk, how you going to get to Wilder, right? That's what he said. So basically, and he talked shit about how Wilder's the best heavyweight out there. Malik Scott said, listen, Deontay Wilder is 10 times better than Muhammad Ali. So do you think Malik Scott can say any fucking thing that we should fucking believe? Do you believe your own 2 eyes or what somebody's saying? Can a person play Jedi mind tricks on you and tell you what you see is not what you think you see? That's not it. Ask people truthfully. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm telling you, check the community section. I want you guys to vote. I'm going to put in the community section how many people, I'm telling you before I put it, I'm about to do it as soon as I upload this video. How many people think that Malik Scott truly lost to Deontay Wilder or took a dive? And I want to see what the poll says. I've never, ever seen any video of Malik Scott versus Wilder on any other channel and all the different channels that had that fight and didn't read more than half of the comment section of people saying Malik Scott took a dive. It's always the Wilder minions trying to run to the rescue to try to say, but you got to understand, Wilder hits that hard, all this bullshit. No. 97, 98% of the comment section is saying Malik Scott took a dive. I'm going to put that up in this community section right now. I just want to see the response, the reaction. Because one of the things that people fail to realize about boxing, okay, the sport itself and what it is nothing without the boxers making it happen. Okay, you got to have fighters. You can't run a business if you don't have the participants. Every fighter doesn't have the same heart. Okay, there's times where I believe certain fighters aren't scared of each other, but the business prevents the best fighters from getting in at times, a whole lot of times. But there's times where people show you they don't want smoke with certain fighters. But because you like that fighter, you're going to play dumb and act like you don't see it. I tell y'all what. If Deontay Wilder ends up fighting anybody other than Zhang, unless it's someone on Zhang's level, if it's not a Philip Urkovich, if it's not a Daniel Dubois, if it's not a Frank Sanchez, I mean, even a Jared Anderson, if he doesn't fight somebody of that caliber, it will automatically let you know. I already know why he didn't fight him already and why he don't want the rematch with Parker. And like everybody says, who doesn't want to rematch the guy that beat them? Okay? If he fights a lesser caliber fighter, and for the idiots that go along with, but it's because, you know, he's trying to get his cut. Okay, my point. If you can say, or I can say, he needs a confidence builder fight, why the fuck can't he and Malik Scott be honest and say that? And that is my fucking point. Of always fighting a lesser fucking fighter, but trying to make it sound like you just beat one of the best in the world. But then you turn around and say, Anthony Joshua always taking the easy fights. And I'm like, yo, you doing more than some fucking ayahuasca, bro. And all the spiritual enlightenment fake bullshit that you fucking believe in ain't working for you. And let me tell you, and this is why, with me, I don't fuck with frauds. 1 minute, I'm a peaceful, holy man. I love everybody. Then I watch you do an interview, stare into the camera and say, I want to kill somebody in the ring. I want to catch your body. I think I'm playing. I'm not playing. I want to stare a little kid in the eyes and stare at him while his daddy on the ground, twitching, while his body twitching, while he dying. This the same motherfucker. I want to experience having a baby. Oh, let me twerk my booty. A camera's in front of me. Weirdo shit. This whole career. Remember that shit when he was doing a stupid Street Fighter? Oh, you can jumping up in the air, all this stupid shit. All of this goofy shit. When it catches up with you. If he was doing all this goofy shit I said, but fighting the top guys, at least we could give him credit, win or lose, for going there fighting the top guys. But to sit here and say that the guy who has the best fucking resume in heavyweight boxing right now, by far, along with Joseph Parker and Dillian White in terms of opponents and you know, and especially with AJ, come on, 2-time unified champion. So for you to sit up here and say that shit, he takes all the easy fights. Man, who the fuck are you fighting? And like I said, AJ already beat Zhang in the Olympics. So my point is, they fought. AJ beat Joe Joyce in the Olympics. So guys that you've yet to fucking fight, he already fought in the amateurs. But you still won't sign Deontay Bomb Squad Wilder. Sign. Let's go, Joyce. Let's go, Zhang. Let's go. Let's go rematch Parker. Let's go Dillian White. No. You are perfectly fine with fighting guys like Robert Helenius, the Arthur Spilkers of the world. You know, the old washed up Dominic Brazils of the world. The Molinas. And you want to talk about, oh, well, Wilder knocked out Helenius in one round. It took AJ 8, but he got the knockout. And he won the fight regardless. Well, it took Wilder like, what, 8, 9, 10 rounds, what was it, to knock out Molina? Didn't AJ get him in like 4 or 5? But what does that have to do with each other when they get in the ring, right? But bottom line, my point is AJ was fighting these dudes when he was like 10, 11 fights in. Wilder was defending his title against guys like that. And Wilder had years of a jump start in pro boxing than Anthony Joshua did. So what the fuck point are y'all making when you say this shit? Look how long it took him to finally fight Dominic Breazeale. Look how long it took him to finally fight Joseph Parker. Are you shitting me? And let's make this perfectly fucking clear. Eddie Hearn sent the contract to Luis Ortiz, who turned it down to fight Wilder. Facts. So old man Ortiz would already been dealt with had he already signed the contract to fight AJ. So when this motherfucker turn around and see when they get desperate, now they want to start fucking sending, oh, well, we want to fight Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I bet you do want to fight him now. I just bet you do. I just bet you do want to fight him now. Yeah, who wouldn't want a huge payday? But he opted out to fight Wilder instead of AJ. Now, go ahead and say, well, he wanted the better fight. Bullshit. And let me tell y'all something. When I measure what a person say and do, I base their character and how I see them on what they say and do. You can't paint a picture for someone and then tell them that they're seeing it wrong. Because if there's a mix-up, that means you have a problem explaining yourself. I'll give you an example of something. I was watching an interview with Shane Mosley. So Shane Mosley tries to piss all over Floyd Mayweather. Oh, I was injured in that fight when I fought him. All these excuses. But yet, him and Hopkins are the ones jumped in the ring after Mayweather dismantled Marquez, and he begged for that ass whooping. He begged for it. But you were injured in training, way ahead of. Okay, so why would you jump in the ring and challenge a man? And you said that you were injured months before that, before the fight happened. And you thought the injury would go away, but it didn't. And then it was a reoccurring injury. Okay, whatever. I don't give a shit about that excuse. You just got your ass whooped. But he tried to piss all over that, and he wants to compare. They compared him, Sugar Ray, and he says Hearns and Sugar Ray would beat Mayweather and whatever. Okay, nobody gives a fuck. The fight will never happen, and it's just people's opinions regardless to what. But the fact is, Mayweather beat the shit out of Shane Mosley. Okay? Shane had 2 good moments, 2 good rounds. From the 3rd round to the 12th, he did nothing, but got beat up and embarrassed. And Floyd just took pride in punishing him and making him look stupid for the whole rest of the fight. Now, in that interview, something I noticed that Shane said, see, but people are so busy doing this to people that they don't pay attention and understand. This is how, when we talk about greats and who's what, your mentality, okay, your mentality, what's in here determines what these do and what everything else does, right? Your ability or lack of. He said how Hearns would destroy Mayweather, and how he looks at how he himself, the same right hand that he hit Floyd with, Sugar Ray, if he hits him with it, it's over. So you already sit there and say you're an all-time great. Right? You already say that. You already said when you were fighting, you'd beat Sugar Ray in the fight. I don't know if you guys remember that. They asked Sugar Ray the same question, and Sugar Ray said, Sugar Ray Leonard finds a way to beat Shane Mosley, which wouldn't be hard. Shane Mosley says, now, think about it. He's praising Ray Leonard and Hearns so much to beat Floyd Mayweather, who dismantled him. Then, Floyd waits till I got old. When we all remember, I got to get my tooth fixed, and he's going on vacation. Remember, yeah, we clearly remember that shit. And even before that, a couple of years before that, he made a comment that Floyd hasn't done enough in that division to earn a shot with him. Like, coming from a lighter division coming up, I had to work my way up. Same way, he hasn't done enough. Okay. But see, Mosley fans don't somehow y'all remember everything except for the shit that comes out of his mouth. He says, "Oh, me, man, I'd rather fight Ray Leonard than Hearns." Now let's look at that. Hearns is a boxer puncher, worked behind that jab, and the same way Vernon Forrest was long and lanky, and Shane couldn't do anything with him. Yeah, I could see Hearns fucking Shane Mosley all the way up the same way, even worse. Yeah, he would have fucked Mosley up. Mosley wouldn't have knew how to get past that fucking reach. Okay, Vernon Forrest. Okay. Hearns reminds him more of a Vernon Forrest, long, lanky, and kept him out on the outside. Sugar Ray Leonard is a boxer and a boxer puncher, depending on who he fights. Okay? Because he can do both. But at the same time, what does Sugar Shane Mosley, what's his kryptonite? He always had a problem with boxers. He didn't have a problem with guys that can just punch. He had a problem with boxers. Look at the Miguel Cottos of the world, right? Anybody that he's lost to, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, all the guys, he was older when he got the Canelo too, but see, it's funny how nobody say that. And Canelo fought him after Floyd did, yet you don't ever hear him say, well, Canelo waited till I got old. Pacquiao waited till I got old. No, he only said that shit about Floyd. And all of those guys, facts, fought him after Mayweather fought him. But he never said that about those guys. Now, he did say he was injured in the Pacquiao fight, 2-on-1 interview. Okay? But at the same time, let me tell y'all something. When he said, I would rather fight Ray Leonard than Hearns, you never hear Muhammad Ali sit there and say no bullshit like that. I'd rather fight this guy than this guy because he's less dangerous. That's all he's saying. That he thinks Hearns is more dangerous, even though who won the first fight? Second fight, they called a draw, but who won? But you rather fight Leonard than Hearns. Why? Because in your mind, you think Leonard might be easier for you to deal with than Hearns. You never hear Marvin Hagler say no shit like that. I'd rather fight him than him because he's less dangerous. Huh? You never hear Sugar Ray Robinson say no bullshit like that. I'd rather fight him than him because he's less dangerous. You wouldn't hear Floyd Mayweather say no bullshit like that. I'd rather fight him than him because he's less dangerous. So, this is what I'm saying to you guys. It's not about no fucking paying homage shit. There's no motherfucker on two legs who I would sit here and think can whoop my ass. And then I'm going to turn around and go, well, I'd rather fight him than... No. You want those guys. Why? Because those are the toughest challengers out there. They're going to bring the best out of you. You're going to put on a classic against them. Now, this generation is all about money, period. See, Floyd was about the money and the victory. Ray Leonard, Hagler, all these guys. Now, don't get me wrong, as human beings, I'm not telling you at all that there was no fighters back in the day or any point in time that where they avoided certain guys or waited, because they all did at some point. Okay? But being honest about it is cool. It's the lies, the camouflage. I let you guys hear the video of Muhammad Ali talking. I told you, before he fought Sonny Liston, this was like a couple years before, and they was talking to Ali, and they asked him about Sonny Liston. He said, oh, yeah, man, he talked about how hard he punches and how Sonny Liston can hit a man and almost nearly break his arm by hitting him in the arm, and talk about how vicious he is. And they asked Muhammad Ali right in that interview, so would you think that you're ready to fight Sonny Liston right now? And no, not now, him and Floyd Patterson. They said, well, maybe about another year and a half, not just yet, but he's being honest. He could have sat there, I'll fight anybody anytime. Now all of a sudden, okay, Cassius, we want this fight. Well, my tooth is loose and I'm about to go on vacation. Do you understand? No. It's a difference. But people don't want to be honest anymore. There's nothing wrong with you saying you're taking a lesser opponent just to stay busy, to stay active. Ali took lesser opponents at times later in his career to keep busy. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what he did. And he said it. Well, I just want to stay busy. He was talking about how I'm training, and even now I'm starting to develop a belly. I'm running, and it just won't come off. I'm doing everything, doing sit-ups, and so I'm fighting, and I'm keeping busy. But he admitted that shit. This is what I'm saying. Ali fought George Foreman after George Foreman dismantled and destroyed Ken Norton and Joe Frazier. Who, if you look at Ali's whole career, those two guys gave him the best fights, the more challenging fights. Ernie Shavers also, but Ernie Shavers also. And this is when Ali was starting to slip. It was noticeable that Ali, wasn't the same fighter, but still in all, he was still great enough to go in there and hold his own and win against guys when he wasn't the same. Okay. But yeah, those guys, and Ernie Shavers knocked out Ken Norton, I think, in the first round when they fought. So Ken Norton got destroyed. That's the thing. Certain guys, it's like, okay, I can dish it out, but when I fight a guy that fights with that similar, got that power and aggression, and you see there's a difference. Okay. I get sick of keep saying and hearing this whole style make fight stuff, because sometimes guys fight the first time it go one way, second time it goes a different way, or it goes the same way every time. Bottom line is, when I heard this man say that, I knew I was right about Shane Mosley all along. I always liked Shane Mosley as a fighter, but I always saw his limitations. And I remember someone made a comment when they was saying, asking him about when he's at 154. Somebody made a comment. They put up a little poll talking about the greatest fighters at 154, and Terry Norris is at the top of that list. And Shane Mosley fans were saying, "Oh, he the beat." And now, listen, your opinion is your opinion. Okay, but I tell you, in my humble opinion, and my honest opinion, I'm never going to be nothing but honest. I think Terry Norris beats the living fuck out of Shane Mosley. Too skilled, too fast, too strong, just everything. Shane wouldn't have an answer for nothing. And the only way he's going to beat Terry is if he can knock Terry out. Now, Terry did have a tendency in certain fights. He's winning so easy he would get careless, but Shane Mosley, no. Nah, Terry Norris beats the fuck out of Shane Mosley. This is something that people got to understand. Shane could never handle boxers. That's always been his Achilles heel. He does good against hard punching guys with no footwork that can't move. Shane can't handle hand speed and movement. He's simple. A basic boxer, a good basic, like Vernon Forrest. Okay, perfect. There wasn't no special effects about Vernon Forrest. He's a basic boxer. Will beat the fuck out of Shane Mosley. So I'm saying that for this reason, y'all. When you look at a person's character and you look at their heart, you look at what they bring to the table. This is where people start to really lose touch, because, well, I like him better than him, so I'm picking him to win. Okay, cool. But that doesn't mean he's going to win. And when a fight never happens, it's easy to say what you think would have happened. But it's like, when you think about it, Terry ain't back down for nobody, man. Terry wasn't in there ducking and ducking. No, he was trying to fight Chavez. The rematch with him and Jackson never happened. And basically, Jackson went in there, and Jackson, he was a guy that could punch but couldn't box. Then you got to understand, he was the much bigger guy naturally. But he fought at 154 and went up. But he was naturally bigger than that. He's naturally bigger than Terry. But bottom line is, okay, you look at Terry's style and look at how he fought, man, it's not even close. He would have fucked Shane Mosley all the way up. Okay? And the reason that Shane Mosley is saying all this shit, now let's say he truly believes it in his heart. No malice at all. But I know that he's saying it because he hates Floyd. He really doesn't like Floyd Mayweather. He truly doesn't like the guy. So he's saying all of this shit. If you was to right now take Shane Mosley and say, "Oh man, Hearns and Leonard's era was way better than your era. Your era sucked." You want to know what he started doing? He started trying to defend his era. And I guarantee you, he would try to do everything in his power to name guys that would have given Leonard and Hearns and those guys a go. And he couldn't do that without naming fighters that Floyd already beat. because he wouldn't want to say Floyd's name. But he'd be forced to have to put Floyd's name in it. What's he going to say? He was the best of his division? No. You understand what I mean? So either you can't defend your era at all, or you're going to defend it being a hypocrite. Now, with all that being said, wins and losses, here's a guy in Shane Mosley admitting defeat. Admitting he wouldn't, like he put Hearns and Leonard over all, right? Okay, so wait, look at Shane's resume though. Look at who Shane's been in there with. Okay? Now let's look at Wilder's resume. Huh? So my point is, even in defeat, Shane Mosley could even say, hey, I show y'all what I can do time after time. Win, lose, or draw, and I go in there with the best fighters. And even for a guy to sit here and put himself underneath other guys. Now, when he was active, he put himself over them. But, look at his resume. And at least he can say, I got these names on my resume. Can Wilder say that shit? Can Wilder? I mean, at least Shane can say, hey, I got 2 victories over Oscar De La Hoya. At least he can say that. At least he can say, I've been there with Cotto. I've been there with Floyd. I've been there with Pacquiao. I've been there with Canelo. At least he can say that shit. Larry Holmes could sit up here and talk about his he can talk about his resume. Ali, George Foreman, Joe, all these guys can sit up and talk about their resumes and who they won and who, in fact, they got in there. Wilder can't. And my point is, they all have some type of wins over top-level guys. Wilder hasn't had that type of career. So when I hear Malik Scott talk shit about he's 10 times, not even he's better, he's 10 times better than Muhammad Ali. You know, when you hear a guy, like when he made the comment about Mike Tyson and said Tyson opponents was afraid of him before he even got in the ring. Yeah, I agree with him. That's true. You know, hey, that's some bitch shit to me, but yeah, that's true. But check this out. Are you saying your opponents wasn't afraid of you? And if they were, let's just be real though. Tyson can at least say he went through guys, he destroyed guys, he beat Tony Tucker, who's a very good boxer. Razor Ruddock was limited because he was too Razor Ruddock was too predictable, man. Him and that damn left hook he called the smash, and he always made that stupid noise before he punched, which makes it you can telegraph it, and he always leaned forward and he dropped his hand, and if his hand was low already, he do that little lean, so you knew it was coming. Okay, similar to how Wilder throw his right hand. But bottom line is, the quick tillises, and like he has some wins over some guys, Pinkman Thomas, Bone Crusher Smith. He has wins, respectable wins. The way he destroyed Marvin Frazier, like yeah. But when Mike Tyson stepped up, okay, and fought Lennox Lewis, who's older than him, fought Evander Holyfield, who's older than him, you see what happened to him. And the excuses came out. Wilder don't have any wins over somebody as good as a Tony Tucker. He doesn't have any wins over somebody as good as a Quick Tillis, because nobody he's fought is really a good boxer. He's fought nobody that was really devastating. He's fought none. Those guys are, look, Luis Ortiz, okay, it's his biggest win. What the fuck has Luis Ortiz ever won? Has he ever held a title? No. He had a chance to fight AJ. He didn't. But yet they claim, oh, he'd have beat AJ. Right. That's why he didn't fight him. He would have made more money fighting Anthony Joshua. Way more than he did fighting against Deontay Wilder. And let's not forget, Deontay Wilder said to Tyson Fury, remember that tweet? He said, I fought you instead of Anthony Joshua. I turned down, remember his word, I turned down a whole lot of money to fight you instead of AJ because I'm a man of my word. Remember that. That's his words. And you're telling me when this man says things like, I just didn't get the opportunity that other people had, I could have been, undisputed or stuff like that, but I didn't get the opportunity, You told Tyson Fury, you admitted you turned down a fight with Anthony Joshua for a whole lot more money than I would fight you, than I would make fighting you. But I'm a man of my word. So what the fuck you mean you never had the opportunity? See, that mindset of trying to trick the camera, but deep down inside, you know why you said no. You know why you didn't want that smoke. But because your fanboys build you up to try to, no, champ, we know that you ain't scared of nobody. We know that those guys don't want to fight you, even though they're the ones sitting in the office and you're the one saying no. And y'all come with that fake 50 million bullshit, and he was perfectly okay with people believing that AJ was ducking him. Nah, okay, you got my attention. Let's talk business now. That's ducking? That's a duck? No, yeah, because he didn't sign it. Okay, so what's the holdup with the Zhang fight? They said they're negotiating. So what's the holdup? Now imagine if the Saudis said, hey, look, we want you to fight Zhang. Listen, no negotiations, no nothing. Sign it or no fight. You don't think Wilder's going to go and Shelly Finkel's going to make it known we want the fight, but for some reason the Saudis are telling us there's no negotiations for us to just sign a contract. Who does business like that? Now imagine them saying that shit. Now imagine somebody saying, yeah, but ain't that the same thing that y'all did to Anthony Joshua? Okay. Once again, who does that? But again, idiots try to overlook the facts. So yeah, here we got Malik Scott talking about Wilder's going to put on a surgical performance. This dude don't know anything about no surgical performance. Malik Scott don't know nothing about no surgical performance. He's never put one on his whole career. And you're training a guy that's not even close to being even a decent boxer. And this is what you come up with. So it sounds like to me that if it does happen, you're going to come up with another game plan that's going to get Wilder knocked the fuck out because you just don't know shit. You're a trainer that basically has the mind of a fucking, not even like someone who's just learning boxing, man. This shit Malik Scott sitting up here with your fucking cigars, your girlfriend squeezing your nipples with her fucking toes, and all this goofy shit that you do, this porn star persona that you try to put out, and you got a fighter that likes to twerk, that wants to get pregnant, that wants to kill somebody's father and stare at the little kid while the father's on the floor dying, his body's twitching, and yet he's a peaceful, loving man. He's a happy fighter. 213 is my perfect weight. Oh, well, I was too light in the fight. 238, I feel a lot stronger and bigger. Oh, I was too heavy in the fight. His costume was too heavy. Ayahuasca was in the system. That's why he lost. Oh, the cryo chamber, he stayed in there too long. I mean, man, you guys are all over the place. The blind leading the fucking blind. This is mentally crippling, man. And for Wilder more so than Malik Scott, let's say it like this. I think the only type of fighters Malik Scott could manage are fighters that really don't have good management, don't have any real potential, that nobody really believes in them. I don't see any decent fighter going to Malik Scott saying, hey, man, could you be my trainer, my manager? Because be my trainer. Malik Scott is awful. Okay? But let me say, after Wilder, whatever Malik Scott does, I just can't see anybody with half a brain going to, and let me say, it could be a difference with other fighters. if they understand what they're supposed to be doing, and let's say if Malik Scott can mesh with them and they can make something happen, because Malik Scott, I just don't see him as being a good trainer, bottom line. Okay? But for him to make a fighter better, I don't see that shit. I just don't see it. Okay? Being able to give you everything that you need to sharpen up your fighter learning, you're still learning. You guys are doing film study of everything. Old fights, current fights, studying your opponents, looking at what your fighter could do better. Malik Scott, he's just not that guy, man. But if a fighter is willing to listen and learn, and they learn together, then yeah, that's what it would have to take from Malik Scott. That he has to also learn and change his ways as well. This guy talks so confident. I mean, yeah, Wilder's your guy. I get it. But all the shit that you say about him, for all the things, you're always promising he's going to do something in the ring that he doesn't do. I mean, how does this benefit? It sounds good to you as a Wilder fan to hear Malik Scott say something positive that makes you guys believe in Wilder. And then he goes in there, and then what happens? How does this help you? Living on hopes and dreams, crossing your fingers, hoping that he wins? And my point about, like I said, Wilder doesn't know how to go on autopilot. He can't. Because if he did, even for him to agree to go in there and fight on the back foot, thinking Parker's going to run into something, and they probably watched him versus Joyce and saw him when he was coming in rushing, and see, here's the misconception. Oh, but Wilder's way faster than Joyce. Two completely different types of fighters. And the fact of the matter is, Joyce was able to absorb Joseph Parker punches. But the other way around, no. Joyce had way better stamina. Parker had to fight with everything. He fought the wrong fight, in my opinion, simply because Parker doesn't move around the ring like he used to. He's not fleet of foot like he used to be, even though he's younger than all these other guys. He's just not. If you watch Parker in his younger, like when he's a little young, he's like 31, 32 now. Look at Parker before. He could move. He was quick on his feet. His hands was quicker. His head movement was better. So, yeah, they looked at those weaknesses. They looked at those things and said, we want to exploit that. But Parker showed up, and it was like, no. Y'all got to understand, though. See, this is why I say, y'all think because Wilder's faster than Joe Joyce that he beat Joe Joyce. I feel like the only way he really beats Joe Joyce is if Joe Joyce goes in there and gives him too much respect. And looking at Joe Joyce's last fight, he looked like shit. He looked like shit. Not because he had a bad night. He just looks like shit, man. He's too easy to hit. He looks even slower now. You understand what I mean? He's just there to be hit. So my whole thing is, let's say the Saudis was to say, I don't know if they see, that's the thing. I don't know if they look at Joe Joyce and say, nah, Joyce looked terrible in his last fight. Which I respect that if that would be the case. But the fact of trying to bring Wilder back, they know that Wilder needs a big win. Wilder doesn't care. Wilder just thinks, even if I lose, I should still fight AJ. So, Wilder, are you going to vote for Donald Trump? Who are you going to vote for? Well, when you look at the situation with, what's going on with the presidential election and stuff, and I think that me and Anthony Joshua should fight regardless, even though I lost to Joseph Parker. Because, what applies to other fighters don't apply to me. And so I just think that I should fight AJ. Hey, Deontay, you coming from Alabama, I don't think it's no secret, but you want to tell everybody who your favorite football team is? Well, I think everybody should know. It's common sense when you come from Alabama that, I should fight AJ. And even though I didn't really land any significant blows and I got beat in a 12-round shutout, that me and AJ, we should still fight because, what applies to other fighters don't apply to me. Hey, Deontay Wilder, check this out, man. I was just thinking, when it comes to greatest of all times, you still have, one of the highest, knockout ratios of all the heavyweights. Now, when you look at guys like Sonny Liston, George Foreman, Ernie Shavers, where do you rank yourself? Mike Tyson, in terms of power? How do you think your power matches up against them. Well, you know, anytime you look at things, because you got to have patience when you look at things, me being a warrior and all. Now, when you look at those guys and you compare the power, I think for me, if you want to rank myself with those guys, that I should fight AJ because, me and AJ should fight for 50-50 or 50 million apiece, and because, what applies to other fighters don't apply to me. That's the, just saying. Yeah. Nothing makes sense about Wilder. Nothing makes sense about Wilder and Malik Scott. Nothing makes sense about Malik Scott. Nothing makes sense about why the fuck it's taking him so long to fucking sign a contract to fight Zhang. So I don't give a fuck how many times you say you're 10 times better than Muhammad Ali. You beat this fighter, you beat that fighter. You can beat this guy in 2 or 3 rounds. We just saw you go in there and get destroyed by Joseph Parker. You've yet to sign a fucking contract. So I don't give a fuck about no cryo chamber, no ayahuasca, no glove gate, no poisoned water, no heavy costume, no fucking egg weight, none. I don't care about none of that shit. Sign the fucking contract to fight. Stop talking so much bullshit. And you and your fucking minions always want to get in your feelings because people tell the truth. I refuse to support stupidity. It's as simple as that. I don't care what weight you come in at. I don't care how many weeks you train to prepare. I don't care about your spiritual enlightenment nonsense. I don't care about none of that shit. If all that shit that you do don't make you a better fighter, okay? No different from me saying Errol Spence is the guy I want to see win against whoever. I like Terrence Crawford as a fighter as well. I'd be a fucking fool to sit here and say, well, I still think Errol Spence is better than Terrence Crawford. We saw what happened, didn't we? Now, if the man was drained or not, he still has to tactically be better. You didn't see Errol try to do anything different in that fight. He tried to do the same repetitive shit, was throwing the same repetitive combinations, the same repetitive counters the entire fight. So point is, let's say if he was drained and didn't feel this, let's say if he was, you mean to tell me that fucks with your common sense of your ring IQ to know what you need to do differently? No, he basically needs to be better. If he's not better, the only thing Errol has is a puncher's chance. And the fact that he was able to catch Crawford with some blows and Crawford didn't go anywhere, well, that gives Crawford all the confidence he needs to know, okay, I can take his shots. Not saying he can't knock him down or knock him out, but saying the fact that he landed, that shit will make Crawford even, okay, I felt his shit already. I know what right? That doesn't mean he goes in there and fights stupidly and let him hit him, no. But what I'm saying, Spence is going to have to be different. But Spence fought Sean Porter. He fought Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia. Lamont Peterson. Like, he has some names on his resume, man. The other guy that beat Pacquiao and before Pacquiao retired, Ugas. He has some respectable, incredible names on his resume, is what I'm saying. You can't look at his resume and say he ain't fought nobody. No, Spence was in there fighting, and people didn't want to fight Spence. Once again, he has wins over top-level fighters. Deontay Wilder simply doesn't. Spence is a much better all-around fighter than Deontay Wilder. So when he came against the best fighter he's ever fought, and he fell short the way he did, come on, y'all. This is my point. Can Spence be different tactically? You understand? Can he be different tactically enough to beat Crawford? That's what we don't know. But it doesn't seem like it. Why? Because he has a similar mentality to Wilder in the sense of, oh, but I can box and jab and all that stuff, but that's boring to me. Which means when muscle memory kicks in, when the instincts kick in, you do what you're used to doing. The difference is we've seen him box more against Mikey Garcia, and we saw what happened. He easily outpointed him, shut him down, beat him at everything, but he got criticized because he didn't get the knockout. And what I find with Spence is when he goes into boxing mode, he doesn't throw his shots with the same purpose as when he's trying to knock you out. So how are you going to go in there and outbox Terrence Crawford, right? And I said, what Spence's best chance of beating Crawford? Double, triple jabs. Work behind that jab. Keep it basic. Don't try to get cute. Stay off that center line. He's a southpaw. When you snap your shit, throw your jet, snap it. Snap it, step to your right. You know what I'm saying? Get that lean. So if you got to count over top with the right hook, or come with the lean left uppercut, or come back with the straight. Either way, you in position to throw either one. And you being in that position is going to make Terrence Crawford hesitate to come in because he knows you got a power shot coming back. The problem is Spence didn't do that. He was trying to double and triple jab, but when he was trying it, he was throwing his jab slow. He wasn't snapping it. And he was throwing that overhand left and throwing his hooks. Everything he was throwing, he was trying to throw it with so much power. Spence could see it coming because he was telegraphing. He was pulling back to throw the shot. He wasn't snapping and pushing it. Just, you know what I mean? He was pulling back. Simple. So I remember a person said, well, he wasn't. No, he didn't do what the fuck I said. He tried. He didn't do it properly. Simple. Now, can he do it is the question. We all, every coach, every trainer, this is what you train for. You prepare for this. But can he do it? And he's a way better fighter, way better than Deontay Wilder is. So for Deontay, hey man, Malik Scott is your boy. You chose him as a trainer. He was in your camp all the time, but now he just became your trainer. He's not even close to being as good of a trainer or having the knowledge, as Mark Breland. But this is who you chose. If you just cut the shit and get to the fact that Deontay is looking for one big payday and he wants to cash out, you guys could stop beating your heads against the wall trying to sit and reimagine everything that happened and him happening a different way. The dude is not hungry. He's not a beast. He's not walking out here in the jungle looking for carcasses. He's not out here looking, no, fuck that, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. No, he's looking for a carcass already that was already killed so he can go and find the skin and eat the scraps. He's not looking to go out here and kill. You understand? That's not what he's looking for. Talk shit, Malik Scott talk shit. That's all. So this man goes to talk about him losing for taking his ayahuasca drug for spiritual enlightenment to sitting up here talking about how, he's going to put a surgical performance on against Zhang, and what he like about the fight of Zhang is so dangerous that, it's going to bring the best out of Wilder. Okay, right. Can you bring the best out of Wilder? And his best is still him landing nothing but the right hand. So, I just, when I read this bullshit, I said, damn, here we go again. You say one thing today, say something else tomorrow. In closing, do not be shocked if after all of this shit that Malik Scott said, and that's why I put the thumbnail up that I put, don't be shocked if this mentally crippling fucking relationship and this bullshit that they like to juggle around, if the next thing we hear about Deontay Wilder ends up being that he's fighting someone completely different and a lesser fighter. My only thing is, like I said, according to this guy Turkey, he wants to do nothing but have the best versus the best. Wilder, AJ, nobody should be an exception to where you're going to try to give them some bum-ass fight just so they can win in front of a Saudi crowd and then think that this is going to set him up to be in a better position. Because that's all it is a favor to try to get this guy to just get that big money fight and have him run off into the sunset and then try to build up to be some super fight. And that's all that would be. Give this guy some C-level, D-level guy. Let's give him the best opportunity he can to win. That being said, Zhang is not that. You fight Zhang, win, lose, or draw. You get respect for doing your job, which is showing up to fight. Now, if you show up and pull a Jermell Charlo versus Canelo, that's something different. But point is, you do your job. You get respect for taking the fight. You turn down the fight to fight a lesser opponent, you get no respect from me. Plain and simple. Unless you humble yourself, take yourself off that Saudi card as far as you're thinking of your way of thinking. Oh, I want to be the main event and I should get X amount of dollars because I'm Deontay Wilder, and you admit to the people that you're taking a lesser guy. Yes, it's just a stay busy fight, and you want to work on some things to develop. If you don't say that shit, because you know what? If you don't say that shit and you go fight, take a lesser opponent and then talk some shit like you just beat a top level guy, same thing that you always been doing. And that gets no respect from me. Not that you need my respect, and I don't need yours. Fuck you too. But my whole thing is, when you run your mouth as much as you do and talk as cocky as you do, and we can sit here and look at your resume, we can sit here and watch your fights and see who you fucking fought. You make it sound like you fought the fucking Avengers your whole career. No, you fought nothing but low-level guys. And as soon as you stepped up, you couldn't handle it. Well, at the end of the fucking day, if you go and you decide to finally grow some heart and sign this contract to fight Zhang, because Zhang is not the holdup, you are. Win, lose, or draw, showing up to do your fucking job will get the respect of people who don't even like you as a fighter. But you're not doing us a favor. Let me make that clear. By fighting him. It's your fucking career. But you'd be showing, no, I really got the heart to go in there and fight. The same way you open your mouth to say, I show people time after time what I can do, but you keep showing us this shit against these low-level fighters. When you say you show us what you can do, are you referencing the Fury fight? Are you referencing the Joseph Parker fight? Because you lost those fights. So what you showed us is that, yeah, you will try to knock a guy out. You believe in your right hand, but you got knocked the fuck out. And you got shut out in a 12-round fight. Are you talking about Luis Ortiz, Arthur Spilker, guys like that? Molina, huh? Washed up Brazil. Are you talking Bermans Deverne? Are you talking about those guys? Okay, because pretty much. And that's why it made me laugh when people talk about his knockout ratio, because it's like, yeah, look at who he's fighting. The first person who took him 12 rounds was Bermans Deverne. Is Bermans Deverne as good as Tony Tucker? Huh? James Quick Tillis? Is he as good as Bone Crusher Smith? Is he? Carter Truth Williams? Is he? Just saying. I think y'all know the answer to that. So yeah, that's the first person that took him 12 rounds. And Bermans Deverne basically is a one-hit wonder who pretty much was just put in a situation where, let's be real, now you're talking about the Klitschko era, how boring it was, and Klitschko was, now Klitschko is getting older now and coming to the end of his career. You understand what I'm saying? So anything after Klitschko, where was the excitement at? Who was there? You understand what I mean? AJ's on the come up, Tyson Fury's there, Deontay Wilder, Dillian White. You understand what I mean? Like, those are the four guys that shaped up these are the guys everybody's looking at the heavyweight division. So, again, Charles Martin held the belt, and this motherfucker didn't go and fight Charles Martin and knock him out and take his belt. Everybody know the only belt that mean anything is the green belt. The mother belt don't mean nothing. Okay, so now all of a sudden, well, being undisputed means everything to me. No. No, it doesn't. You want the cash grab. That's all. And I'm going to tell you what I believe the holdup is, y'all. The holdup is, in my opinion, what fight can I get? Let me hold out and be patient. It's like, what fight can I get that if I go in here and win, and I look good winning, will put me in a position where people automatically want to see me and AJ. You see the difference is, remember Wilder said AJ's more worried about fighting him than he is about fighting AJ? But you notice who's the one doing all the talking? And who's bringing up who? It's Wilder bringing up AJ, not the other way around. But yet AJ's more worried. You the same guy that sat here and said, I thought me and AJ was still fighting. Oh, you mean after Joseph Parker fucked you up? You so arrogant and delusional that you think you deserve a shot at AJ instead of Joseph Parker? And Parker fucked you up? That's what you thought? Is that what ayahuasca does to you? You said that. So who's more worried about who fighting who? You told 7-8, man, they don't want that fight, man. When he asked you what's the situation, remember the question was, is there any truth to that whole thing that you and AJ already signed contracts to fight each other before you guys even fought Parker and Otto Wallin? You want to like talk about that? Remember that long pause? Man, they don't want to fight, man. It's just a lot going on, man. You know, and all of a sudden the motherfucker end up crying over the phone. Bomb squad. What? Okay. So I'm just saying, guys, we got to look at all this shit. I look at character, man. I look at what you do. I listen to what you say. And if they don't add up, I smell bullshit. I got to call it. I don't care who you are. If any one of you had to go to court, would you want a judge to be fair and call it right down the middle and use their best judgment? Or would they go with who they like better? You know what? This motherfucker standing up here wearing Versace. This motherfucker over here wearing Calvin Klein. You know what? I don't give a fuck if Calvin Klein's telling the truth. I like Versace better. I find you guilty, Calvin Klein. Your ass is going to jail, 25 to life. Bam, guilty. Would you want a judge to do that shit to you? Or would you want that judge to take everything into consideration, look at the facts? Look at what's what. And what we don't know to be facts, but what comes out of your mouth and the evidence and proof that we have, that's what we go by, right? Okay. Yeah, you want them to be fair. If you watched your kid go in there and fight or compete in the sport or do something, or, you know, would you, or what if your kid was in a spelling bee? They giving your kid 3, 4, 5 syllable words and his opponent getting 2 syllable words. Would you consider that fair? Huh? What if your kid was playing 1-on-1? Well, that hoop is 10 feet and that's for your opponent. You got to play in a 12-foot hoop. Would that be fair? So when y'all don't understand, y'all, like, I don't give a shit, but people think I'm not being fair to this dude. The dude's a fraud, man. You have to earn your fucking keep. You can't go to work. Not one of you, and neither can I. You cannot go to work, pick up your check on Friday and say, what the fuck is this? This isn't even half of my money. Aries, you didn't come to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week, remember? You only worked 2 days. Yeah, but that's no reason for me to not get my full amount. Is that not the same fucking thing as Wilder getting his ass whooped by Parker, knowing he had to win and AJ had to win for the fight to happen, and him assuming that I thought the fight was still on? Y'all take this clown serious. I don't even take boxing serious anymore. Only thing I take serious as far as boxing, honestly, is my training, keeping my health right, helping other people, and me keeping myself mentally sharp, physically peak level all the time, and just, you know, simple. Other than that, and living my life and enjoying. Other than that, when other people do this shit, I respect what certain people do. But boxing as a whole, boxing as a sport, just boxing for what it's become is a fucking joke, and I don't even take this shit serious. And y'all take this clown serious. And yes, he's a clown. Malik Scott's a clown. Wilder's a clown. They don't tell the truth. They're arrogant, they're egotistical, and think that shit's supposed to happen their way. Doesn't matter if it's wrong, as long as they want it. You know, it reminds me of that episode of Martin. Remember that episode of Martin when he went to the DMV? And remember, they had the questions. And I think Tommy, Martin was reading these like, so, man, these questions, man, I can't believe these questions. And Tommy goes, what? You're like, look at this question. If 2 cars enter the intersection at the same time, right, or whatever, which car has the right of way? What did Martin say? Shoot, that's easy. Whichever car I'm driving. Now, of course, it was a joke and meant to make the people laugh, right? But that's their mentality. That's my point. It's a fucking joke. It makes us laugh. And that's what clowns do, make you laugh. That's exactly my fucking point. So every time they put some stupid video out or stupid interview out and I speak on it and I start giving you guys the facts, I start bringing up shit and we start elaborating on things because people forget what was said and what was done, I have to do my diligence, man, because you got to understand something, man. Trickery, lies, robbery, all that shit, underhanded things. It's too much of this shit going on in the world and people are just turning a blind eye to it and accepting it. So it doesn't bother me. It does nothing against me to talk the truth. And that's all I'm going to give y'all is the truth. And y'all know that. And I don't say things just to say it. So once you look at everything and you think about it, why would you cheer for someone that lies, that makes up excuses, that tries to believe, they try to believe their own lies? They allow people to lie for them and they don't correct them and tell the truth. They deny things and then the truth comes back up. We post it, repost it, and then you guys get mad because it's true. So, yeah. And don't worry. One of them, if not both, will say or do something stupid the next couple of days, couple of weeks, or whatever, and I'll be making another video based on what they say and do. I give you the boxing news, and this is some news that I've seen on them, and guess what? It is what it is. But I will tell you right now, if you do not fight Zhang, like I said, and you fight a lesser opponent, you need to just shut the fuck up. And the next thing come out of your mouth need to be, look, y'all, I don't even want to fight. I don't want to fight a tougher opponent. I don't want to fight a lesser opponent. I'm crossing my fingers, clapping my heels together like Dorothy did on The Wizard of Oz, hoping that when I open my eyes, I'm going to be in the ring. Anthony Joshua's going to be on the other side, and they just going to give me the $50 million, even though I don't deserve it. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to start throwing windmill punches. Anthony Joshua going to counter my shit, knock me the fuck out. But you know what? I'm going to be upset until I get to the bank. And after I get to the bank and cash that money, I'm going to go and I'm going to take my ayahuasca drug to get my enlightenment. Huh? And 20 years from now, when I'm like 58 years old, 68 years old, I'm going to be doing an interview. They're going to do the story about Deontay Wilder. Hell, they might even want to make a movie about me. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to have an interview. And they're going to ask me something like, so Deontay, when you look back, man, you're 68 years old now. Did you ever really think that you were going to ever get that chance to fight for that $50 million? I mean, you got knocked out, but hey, it's $50 million, right? How do you feel about that? What do you think? Did you ever really think that that was going to happen? Well, I'm 68 years old right now, and I know people don't understand that, bomb squad is for life. And I don't say it just to say it, because when you think about it, the fight that happened, it just lets me know that I should still fight Anthony Joshua for another $50 million, because when you think about it, what applies to other fighters don't necessarily apply to me. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.